All right, Rick, we're in the Skull Island. This is the smallest boat that we brought here today, and really to call this boat a flats boat is kind of an injustice. This is what's referred to as a technical poling skiff.
Dave, this boat is for a clearly defined mission, okay? This is what I mean about what are you gonna do with a boat most of the time. You're gonna spend most of your time in a boat like this chasing fish that are in water, oh gosh, the depth of my ankles.
Well, you know what? I've been in Islamorada and I've seen that bonefish that was just out of reach.
You can't quite reach him.
I was hard aground. There was no way to wade to him. In this boat, I could have got close. I don't know if I'd have caught him, but I sure could have got close enough to make the cast.
I'd have put my money on the bonefish, but having said that, you can get in places with this boat that even the other flats boats that we're looking at, this takes it to another level. This is another type of boat. This boat is designed to get skinnier than anything else you can fish out of that's propelled.
It's super economical. Like you said, 30 horsepower motor. It's going to cost less to buy, less to maintain, certainly less to operate. But it's where this boat can fish, which separates it from the other two that we brought.
Dave, there's a few factors that make that so. One of them is the draft of this boat, okay? It's built very light, which means it draws less water. The less water a boat draws, of course, the shallower you can get. But the Kevlar in this boat is a real plus when it comes to the weight of the boat you're in.
So you can still cross some chop like we did this morning. This boat ran really well in the chop.
It did, but figure this boat weighs 450 pounds. That's almost unheard of for a boat that you're gonna have out in open water. But it really handled it quite well. In where I live in Northeast Florida, the rage has become redfish, and we refer to our redfish in Northeast Florida as Northeast Florida bonefish because they'll get up in the water with their backs completely, there's not enough water for them to get all the way in it.
Right.
Their whole backs are out of the water. This is the type of boat that can get as skinny as they can.
Right, well, she's available in 3 different configurations. A tiller, if you want it almost like a fiberglass John boat. The side console, which I love because you have a lot more room. And they also have a center console. But if you look at this boat, you talk about no nonsense. There's no live well in this particular model. We have got good storage fore and aft. Batteries under here. Fuel tank again in the bow to help balance out the weight. But this boat is all business when it comes to fishing way up on the flat.
It's a very clearly defined mission. I want to catch big fish in very skinny water.
Rick, up here on the bow, it's got that nice flush deck that you like, plenty of room to cast off of, even maybe for a second guy. And I've got storage here, and what I love is having the fuel tank up in the bow to help balance out the weight of the motor in the back.
Dave, you're right, and back here, what you look for in a high quality boat. How about this Edson wheel that's even padded on the bottom, okay? Makes it easier on a long day. This hatch, perfect access. It's Kevlar, Dave. It's all about weight. You want to keep your hull weight at 450 pounds. You have to use the best materials available. Your battery switches, everything very easy to get to. And of course, your poling platform where it all happens. I tell you, guys love this boat, Dave, because they can pole it all day long. You can pole this thing with your little finger. It's so easy. Dave, I got to tell you, flats boats are all about getting skinny, right? Well, this boat, the Skull Island 16, is about getting skinnier than skinny. It's another level of shallow water pursuit.
Well, we've all heard, boats that are designed by fishermen for fishermen, but this is really where this boat shines. You can tell the people that came up with this design really fish. They know what it's like to be able to spin the boat easily. They know what it's like to pole all day long on the flat. They know what it's like to be ultra, ultra quiet. We had talked earlier about how fish can feel the presence of the boat. If you've got a small, narrow footprint like this boat has, those fish aren't going to feel that pressure wave coming off the hull.
There's one thing you can say about the guys that designed this boat. They've been there, they've done that. They know how to get skinny, and they know how to get close to fish that are used to feeling pressure.
Well, technical poling skiffs, and that's certainly what this boat is. It's in a class all on its own. Yes, it's a flats boat, so we kind of put it in that category of flats boats. But really, this is in a class all by itself because of its mission-specific purpose is to get super, super skinny where other boats they just can't fit. You know another good application for this boat in your world of the big sport fish? Think about having this on the bow of your sport fish.
Oh,
it's super lightweight.
Oh,
One lift can pick it up, set it on the bow. When you get to the Bahamas, take it off, set it in the water. Hey, you're ready to go.
Let me tell you what, I'd love every bit of that. It is frustrating to know where all the bonefish are when we're over there with a big sport fish boat and we can't get to it. And you're right, this would fit on the bow perfectly.
450-pound hull weight. You got a very, very small motor on the back. This is a great, small, shallow water package.
Great tender. You're absolutely right.